I'm doing an assignment for the Beyond TV boot camp, and I was nervous, very nervous to do it. Not because I haven't been live before, but because this is really calling me to be accountable to myself and perhaps for others that they've been watching me and they have been saying things like, why aren't you going live more? Why aren't you doing what you tell people that you do? And one of the things that we had to do was for our assignment was to choose 5 things that we had been extraordinary at doing in our past. And one of the things that I selected to talk about that I had been putting off or more so procrastinating or using, I guess, all different types of tactics not to really put myself out there. Good morning. So, this is the book that I've written, and it's called The Gift of Finding God's Love Guilt and Shame Turned into My Shine. Now, I wrote this book a long time ago. However, I never really pushed it. And it wasn't the fear of failure for me, it was actually the fear of success. So everything I would do in my power to go and learn something, go join something, go do something else. And I would never take the time, and I never took the time to push it or maneuver with it or market it. I didn't do that. And I realized that that was my paradigm. It was a habit. And the reason I'm doing this because I'm forcing myself to get out of that habitual pattern of not keeping myself accountable to the things that I do. I will do something and then I'll run from it. And that's just how I have been for a long time, but not anymore. I'm going to stand up inside myself, against myself, and not let that old Tanika that loves to hide and loves to say, well, I've done this. Now let me go hide and go learn something else. And one of the things I know that I like to do often is learn, learn, learn. That's also a fear tactic because I will learn and absorb myself in more information, information that I can apply, but I don't. I'll take the information, I'll utilize it. Thank you so much. I'll take the information, I'll utilize it, but I'll never apply it. And that is a paradigm for me that I'm really working to overcome. Not that I can't do a lie, that's not the thing. It's keeping myself consistent and doing the thing that I know to do. And we know how to do certain things, but then we just don't. And that's what I found myself doing, not pushing my book, not talking about my book, knowing I have information, but just sitting on the sidelines waiting for an opportunity. So I'm ready. I am ready. Thank you so much. I'm ready to step out in my greatness. I have been learning and learning. Now it's time to let the rubber meet the road. So this group specifically is challenging me to be about what I'm talking about. So you want to help people, you kind of got to put yourself out there. Nobody knows you exist if you're hiding. So you put a book out there. Who knows you put a book out there? Nobody, because you don't talk about it. Who knows who you are? Nobody, because you don't show up. So the people that need me are the people that need us. They'll never know who we are because we're hiding. And I'm sitting here learning, and I don't need to learn more. I need to already utilize what I have learned and put it out there. Thank you so much. So this is for me. This is for anybody else who has that paradigm that I've been learning about for a long time that keeps you stuck, trapped, hitting that terror barrier that some of you may know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's that wall that we come against, that we have things that we know to do, and we get that idea. We have the motion, we're starting to move, we're starting to go, we're starting to believe, and then we come up against something in our mental mind, and it's a block, and we go right back to doing the same thing. I've been hitting this terror barrier for a long time. But every time I'm chipping away at that wall so that I can just bust through it and no longer let the old Tanika drag me down because she's hanging on for dear life and I'm shaking her today. I'm going to let her go about her business and push forward. There's a lot of things that I have been sitting on the sidelines, putting off on hold until a day whatever day that is. And now it's time for me to stop doing that. So I'm very grateful for this group because they're really calling me to the carpet. And here I am. I'm here to present myself to the world in my quirkiness, my unicorn way, my tripping over my words, whatever that is, that's me. The glitter, sparkle, crazy person that I can be, yet very conservative, happy, joyful, a believer, whatever I do, the singer in me that is really trying to break out. And the old Tanika is like, yeah, no, you're not going to do that. Not today. So I was going to not do the assignment. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. And I fought it today. I fought that terror barrier today. And I fought my paradigm today. I started looking at my email and started doing other things. It's like, no, 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 no. You have assignment to do. This is your homework assignment. Be about the assignment, get it done, do all that other stuff later. So I called myself to the carpet to keep myself accountable. So I just wanted to encourage somebody today that's hearing. You might not be in the boot camp. However, you have your own personal terror barrier. You have your own personal paradigm. You have your own mental habits that are keeping you from going to the next level. Let's put that person away. Let's put that person to bed. Let's kill that person today. And I don't mean literally, I mean figuratively. Put that old you down. Lay her or lay him down and move into the boldness of who you are. That person has been trying to get out forever, but that old you is blocking. It's blocking your blessings. It's blocking your next level. It's just blocking you like crazy. And listen, I'm tired of myself blocking me. It's not anybody else stopping me from doing what I need to do. It's me, the person I see in the mirror. It's me blocking me. So I'm getting out of my way and letting the new Tanika step out on faith, step out on whatever it is, and push myself to do more, be more. I know I'm not giving 120. I know I'm only giving 20%. And that's unacceptable because somebody else needs what we have, needs what I have. And for so long, I would tell myself, nobody needs to hear about domestic violence and abuse. Nobody needs to hear about your story. Nobody cares. I would tell myself that over and over again. When I wrote the book, I was so scared. I was so scared because I was still married to the man who had abused me. And here I am writing about the abuse. That took about everything in me to publish it. And when I published the book, I was scared. I had writer's remorse. Like I should have never wrote that book. Now it's out there. How do I retract it? I couldn't retract it now. They published it. So if he finds out about it, he'll find out. I was scared. It took me forever to overcome that and just be like, you know what? The book's out there. It is what it is. Just let it go. But then I didn't push it because I knew on my social media platforms, the different friends and people were watching. So I was like, oh, I don't want to say anything. They might go back and tell him what I'm doing. And I'm tired of hiding that way. So in person, I'm fine. Social media goes a lot further. And some people don't understand how important and imperative social media is. But when you're hiding off of social media and you're hiding in person, you're not existent to anyone. You're not even existent to yourself. But people need to know what you do. And what I always share, I need to do what I'm talking about. That I have gifts, talents, and abilities inside myself that people need to know about. So this is me coming out full out who I am, loving the pineapples and the unicorns, but here to share that I am a vulnerable human being. I'm a vulnerable woman, a mother of four, doing the best that I can with what has been given to me. And that's all I can do. I am so scared to do this right now. I am like, oh my gosh, but I'm doing it. I've been in a lot of these amazing groups, but I haven't been playing full out. Why? Because I've been allowing my paradigm to keep me from doing what it is. I'm a very passionate person about a lot of things. One of the things I know that I love is people. And I know one thing, I don't want anybody to have to suffer through what I've gone through. Domestic violence and abuse is not funny. I don't want anybody to be trapped in it, stuck in it. I don't want them to even have to hear that they have verbal abuse, gaslighting, all of those things. I don't want that for them. I don't want that for anybody. And I'm so just grateful to be alive today because my life could have been snuffed out. I could have been killed through that domestic violence and abuse, and I'm not. I'm here to live to tell the tale. Some of the people that have gone through that, they've never survived. They're not here now. So it is my responsibility and my obligation to share. Whatever group that is going to call me to the carpet, which I think it's this one here, I have to be accountable and I have to share what has been given to me. There are multiple things I have to share about mental health, about being a mother who has children that have special needs, specifically autism. I'm a veteran and I don't like talking about that because I was sexually assaulted in the military. My story is one that's interconnected. It's not like a typical story. That's why I don't like sharing it because I didn't never wanted to share about the domestic violence and abuse because I was the veteran being abused. I was the veteran who is HIV positive being abused. I was an African American woman being abused. I was a mother of a special needs child being abused. I was that person that was being abused because I had been slapped with a mental health issue that was due to sexual abuse in the military. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want the government saying anything about me, saying I'm Looney Tunes, all that. I just was hiding because I saw so many people attached to my story that I didn't want to rock the boat for any of them. I didn't want to rock the boat for anybody who's attached to me by government, by family, none of it. I just wanted to be quiet and go hide underneath a rock. But that's not going to work because either way, the story is going to come out. And the domestic violence is just a portion of the story. That's not everything. And I tried to compartmentalize it and say, well, I'll just touch a little bit, just a little bit. But I can't because it's all me. I am that complex. I am that intermingled. I am that quirky person trying to put a smile and continuing to smile. And somebody would ask me, how are you doing? I'm okay. Are you sure? I'm fine. Knowing that that's not true, I'm hashtag lying because I'm going through, but I'm doing my best to be as resilient as possible. And I believe that we have a story to tell and people need us. There are people that I'm really working to reach. And there's a demographic of veterans that are just like me. I've seen them and they need a voice. They've gone through domestic violence. They have kids that have special needs. They're African American and some of them are Caucasian and other different races, but they are out there. I've literally seen them. I was just like, oh, wow, your child has Asperger's. That I can relate. Oh, you've gone through domestic violence and abuse. Oh, you're dealing with a chronic illness. There's a mental issue. For a veteran, we are very complex individuals and we have complex issues. And that's probably why I realized I didn't want to speak about it because my story is too complex and it's got too many layers and I didn't want to deal. But I'm going to deal. No more hiding. No more saying, "Oh, well, let's not talk about it." We're good. I have to talk about it. So the domestic violence and abuse is just the beginning of the story. The whole story will be told as I continue to press on and pull myself to be accountable. So I want to thank you all for being here and listening, allowing me to be my authentic self with you. As quirky as I am, as strange as I may be, I'm here to show up as me. Hair messed up, hair not done, makeup on, makeup off, wrong clothes on, jewelry up, no jewelry. I'm here to be me, the authentic, real person of me, not a facade, not somebody else, just Tanika. So that's who I am, and that's who I'm going to continue to press in and lean in to be more of, become more of who I am because you don't want to do one thing and it's you don't want to count the days. You want to make the days count. Muhammad Ali said that, and I love that quote. I don't want to sit counting the days to the next big thing. I don't want to count the days to the next event. I'm working on that now. And I have to push myself in so many areas because I have that paradigm to break, and I'm going to break it. If it literally takes me out of here, I have to do this because somebody needs what I have. I know they do. So I'm here showing up for all of you, and I'm here showing up for myself that I need to do this for me. So I'm here. So I hope you guys will have an amazing day. Remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord has laid on your heart, or just do what you know to do on your own heart and just go for it. Go for it with gusto. So this is what I'm doing. Now I have to do my podcast because I did this. And I want to make sure that I did it. And I'm like, oh, I can't do it because I had to do my podcast. But I'm in charge of my podcast, right? Another way that I was going to not do this assignment. So thank you guys so much. I love you all. God bless your hearts. And I finished my homework. Have a blessed one. You guys take care.